Alright, so this is the fourth part of the story. Switch my clothes from the washer to the dryer now. So, because I'm at the laundromat. Yeah. So the last part was about how I was doing that experiment, trying to figure out what was out there, trying to understand things, and God was like trying to communicate to me other ways it seemed. So anyway, I stopped the experiment and figured I'd see if the people coming to me would stop, and I would see if I determined someday in the future I would do the experiment again. But I was very busy, and I who knows how long it would have been until I did that again. I don't know. And I'm not encouraging anyone to test God. I'm pretty sure there's a part of the Bible where it says not to. Probably just because, like, you know, God shouldn't have to always be manipulating what happens in the world to such extremes just to help someone believe something. I don't know. Make your own theories. I'm rambling. Okay. Uh, so, um, uh, so at this point in the story, that girl that was my ex at this point, she got a boyfriend, and it felt wrong for me to be friends with her, and nothing felt right. It's like my mind didn't grasp that I was single yet until she finally got a boyfriend. And at that point, um, well, I always love going on hikes and all kinds of things, and I'll talk about one of the first hikes. Um, I'm going to talk about a very specific hike. Doing this hike, I was very depressed at this point, and felt so lonely doing this hike. Felt like, what's the point of doing this if I only get to do it by myself? I just wanted someone to share the experience with. Everything I did, any adventure I did, was me pretending to scout the area to show the area to somebody else in the future. That's just how I am. And I was trying to find a very large cliff outside of Scranton, Pennsylvania. And I remember I finally got to the cliff. It was a beautiful view. And I'm gonna post. I'm gonna give links and stuff to it in the description and stuff, so I can show you what I saw at the end of this. Uh, there, this has a really neat ending with an amazing video of me recording what happened. Anyway, I got to the cliff, and again, I was depressed, and there was part of me that just thought, life is complicated. You should just jump, just do it, do it, like, I know there's something you think about. It was like, no, just do it, don't think about it, go. It'll be so simple. And then I kind of backed up. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. It is weird, and I'm the daredevil type and stuff. I should mention, I have never been scared of falling to my death. Most people have falling dreams in their nightmares. You see, I would have falling dreams, and they'd be, well, not nightmares, but they'd be dreams. I would watch myself splat, and I would wake up busting out laughing so hard. I know that's messed up, but I don't. Point is, I was not afraid of dying by falling, as long as head first. Okay, moving on. The story. Point is, I wasn't afraid, but I thought about it, and I'm like, No, 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 no. People care about you. Like, yes, it would be so simple if I just jumped, but think about all the other people that care about you out there. And maybe I'm not very close to any of them anymore, past friends and all that. There'd be so many people disappointed I can't do that. It would be so selfish for me to do that. And so I remembered that and started being a little careful around the edge. More careful than I would have usually been, honestly. And there was this rock that stuck out farther out than all the rocks on the cliffs. It was pretty far away. And now to get to that rock, I had a choice. I could go through pricker bushes and do it the hard way, or I could go the easy way. Now, the easy way would have involved some risk because you're at the edge of the cliff, and would have involved a lot of parts where it involves like maybe just a 3-foot jump over something and a lot of weird jumps and stuff. And the other way would have been so easy. It would have been so much fun to me. But every time I was at another point trying to get to that spot, looked like it would have been a beautiful view. I'm like, no, no, no. Like, what are the chances of you falling? Like, a fraction of a percent too high. Don't do it. And every time I'm like, nope, think of people, that's selfish. No, like, or another voice in my head was like, no, but it'd be an accident. They'd get it. People would know you just died doing what you love, like jumping around, playing with heights. Every time I was faced with that decision, do I just jump this little gap or do I do the hard way? Every time I chose the hard way. And eventually, when I got to that rock with the beautiful view, something beautiful happened. And I saw, it's an effect that happens when you're above the clouds, very rare occasion. I saw my shadow perfectly casted below me in the valley below. My shadow was being casted on top of a thin layer of clouds, but surrounding my shadow was a full circle rainbow. And it was beautiful. It felt like it meant something. After, over and over again making the choice, take the safe way. And yeah, I'll post links to that. It's on my Facebook too, so you can see the date that happened. So again, just another magical moment. It felt something I think God did on purpose. So, on my way down from the mountain after taking videos and pictures and just enjoying it to myself, just staring at it in awe. And the camera didn't pick it up as well as my eyes did, but usually the case. I don't have the greatest cameras on my phones. So, as you can probably see right now, on my way back down the mountain, I was kind of thinking like, times when I don't have a girl to be friends with, I start doing dangerous stuff without thinking about it. And again, all the way down the mountain, I felt like I wanted to share this spot with someone. It just felt so lonely having it to myself. So I kind of decided, coming down the mountain, I've got to find some girl to be friends with. Just keep my sanity, keep myself from going into the warrior mentality where I just do stupid stuff without thinking about it. And that is the end of that part of it. Well, okay, nah, a little bit more. When I was driving away, I remember there's lots of parts in this where it felt like God was talking to me through music. There was a song that came up called by Vengeance called can't remember what it was, but the lyrics were "Live life like you're already dead," and that came on my way back from that mountain, and to me that kind of meant, oh well, you could have just died, you know, like feel free to live a little bit, like live life like instead of, I mean, you could have died, but just have more fun because you could have died anyway. Live life like you're already dead. And what that meant to me kind of meant, you know, the dream I had of moving to Washington. First of all, it meant that like I'm running away from from home anyways, almost, you know, place I considered home at least. And eventually I started doing, little by little I started doing crazier things. But I kept it in mind. I tried to keep it under control. Um, that's going to be the next part of the story.